to the issue. As part of our internal discussions with Kareem, several members of our management team spoke directly to him. Kareem was not truthful in those discussions. Video released today confirms that fact. We are releasing Kareem immediately. Let's bring in NFL media insider Ian Rappaport. Ian, what else can you tell us this morning?
I did receive, Colleen, a statement from Kareem Hunt last night, and it was a little bit different, obviously, from what he told the team. He did accept responsibility for what he very clearly did on video, saying, "I want to apologize for my actions. I deeply regret what I did, and I hope to move on." Now, fundamentally and logistically, what's going to happen here is he's going to be officially waived today, going to go on waivers on Monday at 4 p.m. We will then find out if someone else claims him, similar to what the Washington Redskins did with Reuben Foster, although hard to imagine at this point that happens. And it was interesting to note the discussion of new information and the fact that the Chiefs and the NFL did not know what was on the video. I can explain that. The reason is because the NFL, which, by the way, has had an investigation since the spring, they talked to the hotel. The hotel said it was their corporate policy not to give videos like this to anyone but law enforcement. And Cleveland Police Department did not give the video to the NFL. In addition, the league tried to speak to several of the alleged victims. They were not responsive. And at that point, though the Cleveland police closed their investigation, the NFL kept theirs open until the video came yesterday. Then the NFL put him on the Commissioner's Exempt List, taking him off the field until he receives the suspension, which means even if someone does claim him or sign him, he's not going to play until this was resolved. And then the Chiefs officially moved on one of their best players, clearly their best running back, now no longer going to see the field for them.
Ian, bringing some clarity to this timeline. It all happened so quickly last night. Thank you so much for that. And obviously, this is difficult to discuss because we all have feelings. There's a lot of layers involved. There's a lot of things to take into consideration. But the bottom line is there were bad decisions that were made, and now lives are affected by it.
And it's tough because you hate to see Kareem Hunt lose his job this way. But one of the hardest things to do as a man is to walk away. And it's extremely hard, and we've all been in different situations, but it's usually the right thing to do. Usually when you walk away, it's usually the right thing to do or always the right thing to do.
Yeah, there's, I mean, we could honestly spend 3 hours just on this topic, but we're not going to do that today. Kareem Hunt, is he going to play in the league again? I mean, there's so many ways we can take this. We could take this how it affects the Chiefs, how it affects everybody's lives, but what about Kareem's future?
Even on that, there's two different conversations. Should he play again, and will he play again? A lot of people made the comparison to Ray Rice. Ray Rice was toward the back end of his career. Kareem Hunt is in his prime. I know you don't want to necessarily sometimes think about how skill factors in and where a guy is in his time in his career, but it absolutely does. Look at the Joe Mixon situation. Now, he wasn't in the league yet, but there was a video of him knocking a woman out. And he got drafted in the second round. So I could see there's 32 different teams, and I have spoken to people over the last couple of hours since last night and trying to figure out what they think. Do you think he's going to play again? I got a lot of yeses. After they said some contrition, some understanding on his part, and a lot of work for him to get back in the right frame of mind and get in the right frame of mind with some teams around the league. So, yes, I could see him playing a game or playing again in this league, but we are a long way from that. He's got a lot of work to do. Starting with that statement, there's going to be a lot more that he's going to have to say and do to prove to people that he deserves another shot here.
And, Jesus, it's also a great, great opportunity for young people to learn from this mistake, learn from what's happened in this situation so that it does not repeat itself for the other guys in this league.
Reggie, there are a lot of coaches who are going to have conversations with their team today
100%
before they travel or before they have their walkthrough, whatever they're doing today, to have this conversation to say, you know, maybe Kareem Hunt left that situation that night saying, you know what, I thought I handled that pretty well. I didn't, you know, strike her or anything like that. No, it does not take much, especially when it's on video. For people to see that and to draw their own conclusions.
So we'll get into the game a little bit more later in the show, but bottom line, it's disappointing, it's disturbing, and now the Chiefs, Kareem, the victim in this, everybody's lives are changed forever at this point. But we do have a lot of football on the schedule this weekend, including